15 seconds left to go before we hit the opening bell this Tuesday morning, and it seems like we're going to be much better off than our Asian counterparts for sure. Yes, there has been that crude spike of 2%, but there still remains that question mark on what really transpires between India and US on the tariff talks. So it is a mildly soft start for sure. We are scaled back to that 24,600 print now. I mean, to think of it, just last week, not even a week back actually, you were sitting at that 25,200 level. So from there, the decline has been quite steep on the headline basis for the Nifty. And of course, a lot of individual stocks have reacted to their earnings. And there, of course, the moves have been quite exaggerated. Nifty Bank, mildly soft. So let's see what's happening on an IndusInd Bank firstly. That's going to be a fresh earnings reaction. And then let's check in on whether or not there is any residual selling that you actually see on a Kotak. IndusInd Bank starts off 0.5% higher. The asset quality sure has deteriorated, but it's turned out to be a mixed bag regardless for them. So that's IndusInd Bank in trade for you as we speak right now. Other than that, of course, bunch of other stocks too which are in focus this morning. And let's just bring up that entire list. There's GAIL, wherein also the numbers are in line. They're targeting that 10,700 crore rupee capex for FY26. That stock also higher by 0.7%. TCS, there are reports, doing the rounds that government perhaps may be monitoring the compulsion behind layoffs. But that's a chatter that comes up each time any large IT company actually goes in for red ticketing. Torrent Pharma, they've had an inline Q1. There's been improvement in the US and Brazil business. Margins have been steady. Torrent Pharma higher by 2%. Adani Total Gas, wherein the overall volumes have seen an uptick of 16% on a year-on-year basis. That stock also in the green, about 0.6% higher there too. Arvind Fashions, operating parameters have been improving. It's a strong Q1 performance from then. And that stock higher by a good 4% as we speak right now. Even for Paradeep Phosphates, wherein the PAT has jumped up nearly 16%, EBITDA has seen a jump up of over 34%. So these are also stocks which are in focus. As is the case with the Tata Power and Adani Green too, after the MNRE order coming by, these stocks also marginally in the green as we speak. And then ONGC, which has signed that joint operation agreement for offshore block in the Saurashtra Basin, that's the other stock which is also in focus. What about Mazagon Dock? Given the weak quarterly performance from them and the margin decline of more than 15%, that's a steep reaction there, 4.5% lower for Mazagon as we speak right now. Asian Paints, L&T due to report their numbers. Let's check in on how those stocks are up to ahead of their earnings today. Absolutely flat for Asian Paints and mildly soft for L&T as well as we speak right now. So that's Nifty color for you. You're not really seeing any meaningful gains, but you're not seeing meaningful losses also. So a little bit of a sigh of relief, I guess, over there. Hansi, anything that you're spotting?
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on the broader markets also, and the seventh consecutive session for the small cap where the indices are not performing and the broader markets are also, we see stock specific opportunities here and there, at least in the mid cap bucket, but the texture of the market, and also need to keep an eye on the breadth of the market where the declines are ahead of the advances. Also keep an eye on the fear indicator, India VIX. We did see around 5 to 7% spike, which was a concern yesterday. What happens to India VIX today? Yes, another 2% spike, 12. Still in the comfort level, but still a concern as we are seeing spike and not downtrends in the fear indicator. The larger players, big boy Reliance is doing positive rounds right now, 1394 levels, 0.5% gains. Kotak Bank, JSW Steel, HUL, Sun Pharma, few contributors, but the draggers are Infosys, ICICI Bank, HDFC, TCS, SBI Life. Talking the sectoral approach of the market, it's just it's energy, FMCG, metal, real estate, pharma, auto in this order, which is contributing to the market. Just the IT pack is not contributing at present. So quite sector specific churning as we see, and stock specific approaches in the market. We see opportunities here and there.
The construct of the market, but within the F&O space, let's also watch out for Tata Chemicals, because that's the top gainer today. 4% jump coming in on this counter, followed by Torrent Pharma and GAIL India.